Since
So
I
I
have
have been
a lot of
taking notes, and
Okay.
I will be reporting all of this to the assembly.
Thank you.
I want to make sure that everybody has our office contact information.
I've already emailed to Samantha and
Right,
talked to her.
you've been in contact
Yeah,
with
and I apologize. I thought you were with them. I'm like,
Oh, no, it's fine.
These people, I mean, these people have
mediated it.
terrorized my family.
I understand.
These little boys here, you know what they did? Somehow, let me just explain this to you as this is happening, because I need to vent this, because I'm
I
pissed.
understand. Yeah, I understand. There's a lot of emotions.
Do you know that we're now in counseling? Because these two came up with a plan to, this guy's going to hop the wall, this one's going to huck the turkey over, and this guy's going to run. My father's an officer just like this.
I do.
Hey, Samantha has all my information.
Yeah, I think she's
Samantha,
actually
I've been
my
emailing
person.
Samantha. Samantha has all my stuff.
All right, I think the Assemblywoman still has her meeting out there.
Yeah.
I'll have you come out this way. You said you're leaving, right?
No, I wanted to speak with her. I didn't know these people were going to be here. I actually, this thing I saw, to be honest with you.
Town hall's about done.
Yeah, if I would have known these people were going to be here, I don't think I would have showed up. I'm not ready to deal with them. They don't have answers, and just join the thing.
No,
It's bad. You don't.
I'm just trying to,
We're just here to keep the, we were trying to facilitate, get some answers.
And you know what? They don't have answers. But if you've taken an opportunity to read that email, which is about a 6-page draft, there's about 4 of them, I sent them to Samantha, I think you'll have a better understanding. If you can fathom it, I'm not ready yet because I'm not just mentally not ready to see this yet. But you know the sad part, my husband, in addition to this, and I know, sir, you can get this one. No, you don't want to. They took it upon themselves to phone my husband's work, not to him, and through this, normally you'll kind of call the dispatch and the officer call you. No, they decided to go up the command rank, the upper ranks, to tell him his wife and kids are crazy and this and that. So apparently, the Riverside County Sheriff, I guess their deputies are cross-trained in medical care, because I didn't know they could give medical advice, but they do. But they didn't send a crisis team out, so I think they're a little incompetent too. They didn't understand Traverse. I met with our sheriff, Chad Bianco, on Wednesday night and I expressed my concerns about this. I said, I need help, because this is not right. This is weird. You know what my husband's whole thing to this is? Like he said, this is not about chickens. He goes, I am sitting at my work with supervisors in my face. I don't do any of this Facebooking or nothing, but coworkers were showing him. And he said, I fought for this country, I fought for rights, I wear the badge, and I've literally got a bunch of terrorists at my house slaughtering my animals. My kids are terrorized, and over a chicken? He's like, I've never been so insulted in my life. And like he said, the government has failed. And for him to say that, it's a pretty powerful thing, because he's a pretty straight guy. I mean,
ma'am, I'm going to interrupt you
Sure,
for just a
sure.
sec. Your name?
I'm Carrie.
Carrie. I'm trying to. My tactics aren't the best. Okay, so.
You're supposed to be out ready to take us on the freeway. But anyway.
But I'm not saying what your issue here is not important.
It is.
But all these other people have stuff too. And it sounds like you're.
They're here
They're here for me. They're here for me.
Well, here for
If you
her.
guys are okay with her going on,
I am. They are here for me, because here's the deal. I know you probably even have chickens.
I do not.
Okay, well, don't buy any right now, because we'll kill them anyway. But
And I just want to make sure that everybody gets
No,
their
we're all
say
cool.
and
We're
everything
cool.
else. So
No.
if you guys are all happy,
No,
you
we-
guys are together.
Perfect example of somebody who's treating their animals based on what we've been told to do, and they come in and break their own rules.
Right.
Okay.
And you guys are all
So-
a community
Towards us,
that
but
supports
they're-
the
Yeah.
movement starter.
But
Here's
they
the deal.
don't stop
My
the
question
people who
is-
are still moving it illegally.
My question is here, okay? Because there's a little bit of tension between you and the gentleman here. I don't
No.
know his name, but
But
listen.
we'll figure that out.
But listen, if the rest of you guys have something else for him, I'll bring him back. If you guys are
Well, why don't you just-
I'm gonna
well, I have questions, but I have a feeling I'm not going to get answers. If you want to scoot him along, I kind of feel like he doesn't. You know what? They all.
So, okay.
He wasn't prepared. No.
I know you weren't here before.
No, I wasn't. I've been in traffic. But if you would just maybe grab a business card, I don't need to say anything to him. I'd like to speak with Miss Melendez, what I would like to do. That was my purpose.
Do you guys have any needs? That gentleman again?
You guys want to talk to him? I have nothing to say to
He
him.
left his stuff
You
behind,
know,
huh?
it's fine. We can be in contact with him on.
Yeah,
And that's why we're here.
you guys. I mean, I need help, and I need it now. And here's what I need. People are afraid of what they did to me. Now, according to Mr. Cooney
From what I'm
today,
hearing, you're also afraid to even give them your contact information.
no, I'm not afraid. My whole world has my address. I have 50 people in my backyard.
Already dead.
Everything's dead. These people.
These people.
Okay,
You're afraid of retribution. You've
Yeah,
already had
these people, I don't want you to even ask their name. You take me. You deal with me. I am their voice. Until the attorney gets in this, I'm it. You got me. So if you go to these people's door, just call me. And they can sub out with me. Once we get the attorney, they can sub out. So yeah. You take my name. Take my name and deal with me.
Which Samantha already has.
Yep.
And we are.
I don't want you even ask these people what city they live in, because if these people get a hold of it, the harassing and bullying tactics will come back. I'll back them. I mean, I'm going to do my best to back them, because my birds are dead. I got nothing on to lose here. You guys have, not you. I'm going to get it.
No, I understand.
Those people really did a number to my family, and this is bad.
I wouldn't come back from there.
Well, we all feel scared. You know, I
don't know where you live.
have a nightmare. Every day my door rings. I wonder if somebody is going to come and
Don't answer your door. I would. Because if they can't legally serve you, you didn't know. Make them do the work.
You probably need to know your legal rights.
You do need to. And those people have created, I mean, big old state, we're supposed to trust them. I will say right now that these people have taken away every bit of trust and integrity that I once held very sacred, because I worked my butt off. I mean, I have an accolade of records. I'm not anything, and I mean, just sloppy. And the fact I reach out to
I work for the government. I want people to trust me. You know, I mean, I don't want.
And that's why we are here, because I understand, from what I hear, Melissa she's got the people's back. So here's the deal.
She understands a lot of this.
I want somebody to have my back, and what that needs to happen is deal with this. And in 2003, they were able to get the petition.
That's his contact.
Steve Lyle.
You asked for that, right?
Oh yeah. Steve Lyle.
thank you.
And then the man he had with him had, it's hard to pronounce name, but you can call him.
I don't think I'm going to be calling any of these people. I've asked many questions, and not one of these people has bothered
Which is fine. We're happy to take this on now and meet the
Please, I would appreciate that so much.
So I mean, that's why we're here,
Yeah,
to be the
okay.
mediator between everybody and state agencies.
Yeah.
I mean, that is our job.
And what I did,
I just feel if this is such a big deal, then why isn't the state using its power and control to talk to? He said, "Well, we can't talk to all the feed stores."
Right.
Hey, if this is an infectious disease that is terrible, they should lock down and have all the feed stores.
Well, the guy shouldn't.
And
Where's the signs?
A better
Where's the
process.
signs?
email. If you don't want to spend money on mailing everybody, they should be emailing her. This excuses that they're giving is
People
not.
could spam me weight loss. You could spam Newcastle.
I get that too, right? I mean, but you know what? Hey, I'll tell you this. I'm going to tell you this straight up. Okay, those guys were totally afraid of me. Okay, I am obviously a little older, and my physique is a bit. And they had 4 deputies. 4. Or maybe 5. But I don't know. There was a lot of them. I had me. I had this little girl wasn't here. That would have been you. That would have been just yeah. Anyway, him, her, him, this one, and my other 3 little ones.
This and you were famous.
Okay. Not the way I wanted to go down. I was quite fine in my little Paris little thing with my little Dolores, my little chair in the morning, and it's hard. It is really
Can I
hard.
ask what area of Paris
I'm off of
you're in?
Wooden Calco. I'm off of Wooden Calco. And that's
And how do
actually
you all know each other? You are
don't.
just part of the
I don't even know half these people's names, but
I got invited to watch this viral video, and I
that's what
drove
you
home on the freeway sobbing from Orange County.
I haven't
Okay,
seen it. I'm not sure if my emotions could take it.
It's-
when you hear me scream, you might want to. At that point, it becomes too much. I'm going to tell you right now. Well, you know what? Why don't you do this?
Hey,
Jonathan.
you're Samantha, who you've been in contact with. This is Samantha.
Hi, Samantha. Carrie.
Is
Nice
there
to meet you.
any way we can not be yelling? That's my only request.
Okay.
It's just that we can hear yelling outside.
This is happy yelling, though. We're going to have a little happy yell.
Came on her property. She's got horses. They left the gate.
Oh, did you like that?
What can possibly go wrong with an 1,100-pound animal?
Oh, it gets better. I guess they did shoot. She said she heard him shoot. Rachel, the lady here, she heard him shoot. They did shoot.
So I
So
know.
that's probably why
We're
the.
just wrapping.
I know you're taking notes, like
I'm
to
so
take back
sorry.
to her. Or what? Okay, so
I sent you
I really feel that a lot of us are here because
I don't have chickens. They
want
can't
her to
hurt me.
step
Oh,
in
okay.
and
Well, then see, I'm
figure
with you.
out
That's-
I'm old and I'm bitchy. I've got time.
You know what? I'm kind of in your boat. So if you do have some time and you want to give me your number, I could use it. Anybody with chickens, don't even give me your name because I don't trust them.
across people who do
I just
not
don't.
know what Newcastle is.
Unless they have a warrant, I can give everybody a little bit of advice. Unless they have a warrant, you don't have to give them any information whatsoever. Just tell them you're not going to answer their questions and tell them to leave.
Okay,
It's
so
real
so
simple.
they want to eradicate it. They need
Well, we
to
need to
change
do
their
that.
tactics.
And you're
Their
feeling
tactics are
uncomfortable,
not
right?
working. They need to go to every feed store instead of spending your money killing healthy birds to try to create a fire break situation. That's how it's been explained to me.
Yeah, use the
Birds
money.
might still travel.
Fire break situations not gonna work.
They can
I'm gonna
text
say
us.
not everybody has internet. You know what I mean? Not everybody has cell phones. People that I know that live up in Gavilan Hills don't even know what V&D is.
Okay.
Honestly, that's the God's honest truth. A lot of people don't even know what it is.
And I know there was a guy on my street yesterday with a clipboard in denim shorts, and he knocked on my gate. And I have a 6-foot white security fence, and nobody can see in, or 8-foot fence. And he's pounding on my gate, and my heart starts going like this because I hear him behind my husband's work truck. He's got a
who was
box
this?
truck. He was going door to door selling newspaper.
Don't feel bad.
Don't
He's
feel
got a
bad.
clipboard. I'm freaking out.
This is why we were here to talk to
They've
her.
been to
We're
my
being
house.
terrorized,
How
and our
census?
communities are
No.
tired of being terrorized.
And we understand that, and so the Assemblywoman wanted to make sure that we had representatives from CDF.
That probably wasn't a good plan because they
Because,
weren't.
No,
Well,
I
she,
know.
her
But
heart was in
she's-
the right
I mean,
place.
Yeah.
The reasoning
She doesn't
behind it
understand where
was
we're at.
exactly because obviously they have rules and regulations in place, and that they're following and their practices and stuff
But
like
we
that.
feel like they're not following them.
Right.
Oh, they're not.
We're
Oh, no.
violating them.
They have violated. I did. Did you guys see the attorney? The attorney from 2003 tried to help that day of the.
And
Massacre.
He even
He
got
tried.
shut down, right?
Yeah, he did.
So-
And he did. I put the email up he sent me back because I said, "Can you help? I need somebody to get in here and ex parte this to stop."
I was just
And he put it up
You
there.
know,
And
the reason that why we invited them was because obviously these are their rules and regulations and practices, and so. Sorry, and so we wanted them to be able to explain it to you guys in person because obviously I've heard from everybody I've seen on social media that you guys are not even able to get in contact with anybody. You're sending emails and nobody's responding, or it's very blank form letter email that you're getting back. So that was our intention of having someone here
Right, we're trying to create
to
solutions.
address it directly.
Right.
So, you know, obviously we're putting in the effort. So it's not, we didn't want
No,
you
we
guys to
appreciate
feel,
it.
yeah.
We know
Thank
that
you.
that I understand that this, there's
Yeah.
steps.
Right.
But he did, as a PR person, really didn't know much for a PR person.
he's
He
not
didn't
an
have any
attorney. He's
information.
not an attorney. I'm not either, but he's not.
Well, I'm not either. I didn't know
But,
what that
I am
first
sure
thing
that he
was.
Well, that see that I do know what it is, and
I'm sure
that's
he
the
will definitely
problem.
look
And
into this now.
sure he
I-
will.
I think
Yeah.
we made an
saying,
impression.
oh, we'll look into
And
it.
I know you've had your hand up, yes.
Okay, so what we need her to do though is we need her to be our voice and really represent us in a way that brings it across that we've been aware of everything this gentleman has told us for the last year or year and a half.
Yeah.
It's nothing new. We did not need him here to tell us the same bit of nothing, which are vague excuses for the issues that are still ongoing that they're not doing anything about. Like the bird sales on Craigslist. Like the chickens coming across the border that they're not stopping, that our live birds are being distributed. Instead, they're going after people who have backyard chickens that they take good care of and are being responsible because we don't want our birds to get killed. We get punished for doing the right thing, and then we have him coming in and say, well, you need to do this and you need to do this. They're not giving us all the information, and when we contact them, the replies are vague, or it's one of those, I'll get back to you, or
Yeah, they still never got back to me whether or not I could
or
buy
like
a
he said, oh, that guy must not have been
not a peacock, but
properly
a-
trained when he
No, but I
handled
wouldn't,
the
'cause if you
chickens
do, they'll track it.
inappropriate when they were supposed to euthanize them. That's not acceptable. If it's a year and a half, whoever is dealing with it should be properly trained, or they shouldn't be doing it.
No, they didn't have a clue.
Sentiments and your feelings.
What he said, oh, then maybe
And
it was
also-
Did you see what they were doing in my yard?
Yeah, I saw that.
If that's proper training, we
But that's exactly, he just gave us excuses.
He does.
He said, we
Because
had addressed
So
it.
part
But
of
what I
was
need
the
to
issue is
see,
that
and I've
we've
asked these
seen
people from the
council
day one very
lists that are
politely
obviously
and very
regulations.
professionally.
They're frustrated that-
I'm going off
Selling
their
and
book,
moving chickens.
and here's a few things that
Which are
they need to see.
haven't
And at that point,
addressed
you'll
those
be
things,
more
and that
believable.
they're
Now,
being
I
asked for
produced a
enforcement.
conclusive test result. We saw that. I know what it looks like now for Museums. I didn't even know that,
And
but now I
another
know.
thing is,
So,
I don't know if it's true because
I want to see that. And they can redact the name, they can redact part of an address. I mean, there's so many things they could do.
Okay, so I have a
And that
friend that
makes me
works
scared.
for Riverside County. I have a friend, and I did just grill him the other day about the protocol. He said that he
We went to chicken food down there.
Yeah, so
they're
a little
very
bit later,
good about
like right
where
around
they
the
dump.
Harvest Fair,
They have a
they
company
did a
that they pay
workshop
that's like
for
quarantined
people
it
who are
off.
interested.
They dump
So
it,
that
and
could
then
just publicize
Okay.
it as much as
it takes so long for
Because that was very
whatever's on the
scary.
bird.
That is scary,
Go
right?
come.
And
Which is
then
good
I
that we're
think-
doing this so we can all kind of get some answers
There was,
to some
we
of
came
these
down, we were gonna bring
unknowns
Cha-Cha, we ended up not
I'm
doing
sure
it
that
because I was like, it's too
something
hot,
could
we just
violate,
went.
but I
And
don't
so
think
we.
it's as bad as what we think.
Loved it, so we, that's who after that, we
That
had
was
to
good.
talk
But
them down.
again,
But
the
then
state needs to take,
everything was being locked down, so we're like, what
they're
was
talking
going on?
state, they
So
need
he
to
was
start
at that
getting the
workshop.
The
information
PR
out.
At the
person
time
should be,
when
yes,
he
he
told
should
her
be
that
addressing these things.
I
He should be
should
on all the
practice,
Facebook
you know, that
sites
birds are
and
locked out.
Which
Wild
you did
birds
hear,
are
he
taken.
is in charge of the
just now
Facebook page,
said
so
it's
it's
like
another way
nice
of getting in
too.
touch with him.
Oh, yeah,
My
they told me that.
secretary
Yeah,
did
we
tell
would-
me,
I know that,
I've been in contact
Carla
with
told me that about the mice and the.
They're
I know
like,
Carrie
oh,
had
that's what I'm
brought
saying.
me
They're
some
not
watch
information
my
yesterday, and then
three
as
people?
of, yesterday
We don't
afternoon and
want
this
that,
morning, I
yeah.
have been in contact with
And I asked him, how much
people
would you, I'll
at
give you, what's, I
CCSA
mean,
as well.
I have
And
been
so,
more
I
than accommodating,
will-
in my
Me
opinion,
and Cindy
more
are
than.
more than happy to
And
make sure
the
that
thing was, is when
everything
they
that
started
was talked about
with
tonight
the-
is passed on directly to them. So
They knew-
we don't have to worry about,
Pass on to who?
to CDFA at Sacramento directly as well. We will make sure that they get it.
I'm not even sure that one still, because I'm thinking that's.
Sorry.
You're fine.
I was trying to be
What is-
quiet, it just didn't work.
What was your
I
question?
just want to verify the video. Was there something he didn't have in
We
This
cannot
video
speak on behalf of them. We're not
We
with
talked about a lot of
CDFA,
videos too,
so.
so which video were you referring to?
the one they're filming? He wanted to verify.
Oh, I think
Oh,
he
he'll get it
actually said that he
eventually.
just wanted to watch it.
Well, see, I mean, though, with that video, though, when we are in a room like this, and this gentleman has the phone, he's got one. But I mean, there is no reasonable expectation of privacy when you have it. I'm
Brett?
sorry. This is Brett.
Thank you. My phone, I only had 5.
Mine's overheating again. The first part dropped out. I readjusted it, so hopefully it won't drop out
Okay.
anymore.
And I raced like a wild one to get here, and I could somebody watching kids at home. But these two, I wanted them to look them in the eye. I want an apology, is what I want, and I can't even get that.
He wouldn't, he just said, I'm sorry, Deborah.
No, you need to look these two little boys in the eyes, and you need to say you're sorry because you have really.
Well, he is definitely sorry he's getting bitched at.
Trust me, his paycheck still stayed the
all
same.
very new to him.
No, huh? Here's the deal.
This may have been
This
the first time
okay,
he's
this
heard
is a
about
director.
this.
This is who he
I
is.
don't think so. If he's the one in charge, he's the one that did the initial workshop that our 4-H club did last year in the fall. We invited people from the community, and most people were trying to reach out to our 4-H families, where a lot of them have chickens. He was at our meeting then, and he pretty much said the same thing then. It was vague, and they're not being not
honest,
giving us enough information. And then when you ask specific question, oh, I'll get back to you, or yeah, we'll look into that, or yeah, we're not handling that the right way. We addressed the Craigslist things then. We said, what about the people who are selling birds through those paths?
Stop the virus. Is
Right.
the
Exactly.
people who are moving the
the
birds.
culprits.
Not
So
the people
they're
who aren't.
punishing us. Our birds are locked up, but then he's telling, and then they're killing all these healthy birds, but they have no resources. And he's telling us it's too expensive. They don't have enough resources because the killing all the birds costs so much money. They're killing a lot of healthy birds. Yes, there are some
Spend
sick
that money on
that need to be
education and-
euthanized.
Well, why don't you buy people coops?
They
Grant
got-
money. Buy the people coops
How
and
much-
set them
yeah.
up good. You
How
know.
much money did they get? 671 million?
Yeah, and then 45,
And
and
they
then there
don't
was
have any
like
money.
2 billion or something. They got a ton of cash, shit
How
ton. But
hard
see, they
is
got
it
to
to
burn
tell
it for the
Craigslist
budget.
to ban all? Craigslist bans other stuff. You can't sell.
Yeah,
There's
you
so
can't
many
sell
things.
stuff.
Why can't they step up and say,
Because they
okay,
don't.
we order Craigslist to stop?
They
sale
don't.
birds."
There's a bigger picture to this. If they can't justify funds for the September budget, you'll never see them again.
So
They've got to get this
They're
going.
saying
Really
they're-
quick, sorry. We have to
And I
wrap up
was-
just because we have to be out of the building.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But no, we have a few more minutes, so I'm just gonna go around really quick. Think for a second. One thing, right? One thing you want us to help you with, or one thing that you find really important. that you really want us to know. Let's just go around, everybody say their last little piece, and then we'll be done, and we will be in contact with you because that's the
I've
preference.
sent, I mean, Samantha, I've sent you everything over. Did you have an opportunity to look at it?
I did. It's quite extensive
I know.
and very detailed.
So you know what? Here's the deal. It has to be detailed because you have to understand what happened.
No, I
But and what I'm asking, where I'm pushing the urgency to this, is that ex parte I was mentioning. In 2003, they did it. I need help. I need right now to have that similar type petition, ex parte. I will go do it. If nobody else will, I'll go do it. But I need to know that I have got people that I voted for to, like, can somebody help us?
And understandable. You did send me the information
Yeah.
yesterday, though, and I have been in contact with CDFA.
You know what,
We were
though?
able to
Everybody,
get
what's
two
really
people.
weird is this, is NBC was supposed to be at my house, and all of a sudden they disappeared. Something is strange, and I'm not understanding.
They want to cut off their budget. Like, they don't want their budget to be cut off.
They killed his bird. That was his birthday gift bird. You can tell him. I know. Just tell him. I mean.
Well, I don't have to say it. It's dead. I can't do anything about it.
What do you think?
You know what? You can be upset about it. You can be sad
Oh,
about it.
we've-
You are allowed to have those emotions.
It's not even
Place
the
the
bird.
birds, I seriously doubt that.
It's not even the bird.
Okay, so let's go around. Let's start over here. Ma'am, do you want to one more thing you'd like to say? Good.
I'm here in support. I
Support?
just don't want to
Okay.
come into my house.
Okay, sir, did you have one more thing you wanted to say before we close? All right, ma'am. Anything?
I just want to see changes in the way the CDFA is handling this.
I totally agree.
Okay. Changes in how they're handling it in the future or current?
Like everything
Current,
now.
right now. Okay, just to
What they're
clarify.
doing is not
I
working.
want this to never happen again. I'm appalled they're going after the low-hanging fruit when there's so many other things they could be doing.
Yes.
So you think there's a bigger picture that's not being
Absolutely.
addressed?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel that they need to use their power in a better way than harassing people. Go after the people that are really causing this. They need to get the information out. I mean, use that money to do texting or, emailing or put on all the fees.
So my question is though, how just because I don't know if you guys do have to like register your animals or anything like that.
No.
So how would they get in contact with you?
Here's what they do. They go
They
door
went door to
knocking,
door,
and what
yeah.
they told me is they
Like
work
door
off
to
of
door
a
salesman.
grid. So when you pull, and you can pull this from the county assessor, you can pull a grid. So if this is your area of concern,
Okay.
they got the grid and they got everybody's address. There's no reason they
But
couldn't
in
send
terms
all
of,
these
like,
folks.
You're
texting
right.
and
It's like
emailing.
the
The grid.
of
So
the-
they could have had
They have
a
Amber Alerts.
He
Like
addressed that. I have notes on it.
or emergency alerts, right?
Yeah, that's
if this is such a state,
happens.
it's a big deal and such a big deal. Why can't they use some of those resources?
Right. And I took notes on that, so we'll
Yeah,
definitely talk
to do
about
that.
it.
If they do the Amber Alerts, or you know how we get alerts,
Some sort of
flooding
alerts
or whatever. Why can't
And
they
he
use
did talk
that?
about some ideas that they had, so we'll
Yeah,
talk
and
about
then
that.
make the feed stores put things up and just follow the people.
And like I said, you got people that don't use social media. Like my mom, she's elderly, and her chickens that were in my yard, they're dead. She's devastated, and that's it. She doesn't do cell phone. She doesn't do texting. She doesn't do any of that stuff. She's old. Not her thing. She doesn't do any. I mean,
But the government agencies
you
can
could
work
make.
together to communicate.
And according to my sheriff, he didn't know anything about it. According to their investigator, Jay Contreras, and that's already been produced, he said he's working at the county. So I'm trying to get, I've been lied to a lot. I got a lot of lies. And that's, and I think my questions are very reasonable.
Yeah.
A little too late for me because they're all dead, and I now have to deal with another thing, but that's what I want to answer. Those 6 pages, and I think I meant like she's well, no, I think it's a little more actually, but you know what? I don't think that that's unreasonable. There's nothing I'm asking in there that is invasive, and I mean it's facts. Show me facts, just like I showed you, and I've been forthcoming. You owe me that same respect. And I'll be damned if I'm just going to throw it in the toilet when you've had people die for our rights and you basically just took them and like they meant nothing. And I got a problem with that.
Especially
Big time.
if you've
Again, not
cooperated
used
with
Oh, I did. So
Nothing is directed
yeah, this issue, so you've got my
Yes, I have all your
novel.
contact
Okay.
All right, so let's finish going around. You had some good questions. What's your one
I
thing?
want to know when there is some Newcastle disease near me, so I won't be scared.
Better updates.
Better updates.
Yes, that's
Good.
definitely.
Yeah.
So we're not worried.
So you're not worried. Peace of mind. Okay.
My big thing is stop the people from Craigslist. Or we have friends. Her husband works for the Border Patrol. There's live animals coming across the border. They don't have the resources to stop them. They say they don't have a vet available that's on standby, that can be on standby. So either the animal dies or they let it go past. and so they really don't have a choice, and the majority, the live animals goes past. So if they're going after us, they need to stop that kind of stuff. It's not fair to only look in one direction.
Needs to be
Yes.
if anything. Okay.
Absolutely.
Gotcha.
If they want us to follow their guidelines, why can't they follow the same rules?
Okay, good point. Did you have anything you wanted to add? Okay, good. Sir?
Hot spots. I mean, if there's a hot zone, I mean, shouldn't they be able to put up signs in a hot zone? And if it costs that much money, well, the hot zones, they come, it seems like they come and they go, pick up the signs and take them to the next hot zone.
Gotcha.
No, that would be my own security. Yeah.
I'd like to
But they don't do that either.
The signs will
them.
cost
Something.
less than the people that they hire off the streets on site to come and kill chickens.
I agree.
What's up with that?
All right. One of you boys?
No.
No?
I think they're.
I kind of feel like you guys should start like putting more work into your cases because it's kind of bullcrap how there's this a bunch of minors, 2 women, and 1 guy, which I don't think he's gonna do much, and no one here is, and somehow there's 4 cops, and I can't comprehend how Mr. Chad or Big Chad or whatever, I don't even know.
Evil Chad.
Yeah, evil Chad,
He's
and
evil Chad.
anything goes for him, other than good words. Because he just
evil.
comes and says, "Oh, I feel threatened because there's a bunch of kids around me. Oh, the kid dropped the keys on the floor. I can't pick it up. Oh my God,
Here's the deal.
I'm scared."
When somebody's a
This
coward,
is
that's how they
bullcrap.
act. You're not. You stood up. So that
They
means
just ran
character.
away.
It means character. That's a big deal. Chad failed. Chad failed you. No. We're gonna make right on this. We will get the answers, and they will. I will. I will not shut up until we get answers. We'll just keep chugging. So you're good. You're good. And you have lots. We have lots of cool people that are willing to give us. We will never replace Dolores, but we've had some really cool offers for the future. Because as soon as this, I won't use profanity. As soon as this horrific show is done, my family and I were packing up and we're out. We're done. We're off. And then we'll go take our turkeys, and you know what? Those people will never find me, though. That's the deal, though. I'm done. Government has shown me something I never thought I would ever say, and it's really disheartening. That's all I can really add to that. And it's disheartening to think of everybody else that we really don't have rights. They're going to do what they want to do, and they falsified things. And that's the issue I have, because I'm not done with this. I got a lot of stuff here, so I'm going to go down the block, because I need to know what this judge was told. I need to see some influenza paperwork. I mean, I got a lot of stuff I need to.
You want
Yes, and I have your list of
Oh,
all your
yeah.
questions.
Oh,
So
yeah.
don't worry.
All right, sir, did you have something you wanted to add before we wrap up?
I'm here to support Carrie, and
Okay.
I've seen actually firsthand how CDFA approaches residences. I was actually doing some work at a friend's house, and they came up, and I was filming in plain view. They wanted the recording stopped. They were extremely rude. They were like a rookie cop that doesn't know letter of law, spirit of law. It was really, they were extremely rude. So I started saying, you don't know, number one, you're stepping foot on our property. We have a right to record. I'm not hiding it. I could be using surveillance, hidden pen recorders you would know. So this is your warning here. So they sort of backed off. I said, you know what? You're stepping on people's property. We have rights too. So if we record you, if you don't want to be recorded, you can leave right now. And they changed their tune, but they try to bully people, which is really, instead of being education, you know, there was no chickens on the property. But instead of being education, they're coming off with a real hostile attitude where they should be saying, hey, we're here to educate you. We're trying to stop and prevent the spread of this disease. Can you help us? No, they were like, you know, really upset. I got friends and family in law enforcement, so no disrespect to law enforcement, but, you know, they were like an upset traffic cop. I mean, they were just like, you know, wanting to just bust everybody instead of saying, hey, can we talk about this? They were, you know.
So you want them to come at it from a more helpful.
Yeah.
I think that before we send these people out, I want that manual that they have, their manual, I want them to follow it. And I want to see results. Their little hot zone where they draw a big blob on a map, that isn't good enough. I want a cross street, and I want some details. Because if you're going to come kill off people's animals, ours weren't even animals, they were kind of like family members. I want answers. And they have no right, no compassion, and that it just undermines everything that this country is supposed to stand for. So at this point, I am totally, absolutely outraged and offended that they would even be state workers and behave like this. And we're not people that are just some derelicts, but apparently they want us to all think we are. And I got an issue with that because we don't deserve that. We all pay good taxes. We work. You guys work. Don't we deserve like respect? And shouldn't I trust people? I don't want to call the cops to my house.
No way.
I wouldn't call them either. I'll police myself. No, I'm good. I wouldn't even answer the door for them. And I know they're going to go after me because they say, you said move chickens. Here's the deal. Right now, tomorrow's my week out slaughter. Like 1 week ago, if I could rewind that block, oh my God, I would have moved everybody. I would have been long gone.
Did they go after your neighbors too?
My neighbors don't have chickens.
Any. I thought there were.
Nobody has any.
Nobody has any by me. I was the egg supplier for everybody because everybody loved my eggs. Here's the deal with the neighbor. And this is scuttlebutt. I can't say for a fact or not. Apparently they said they got a complaint. Now, if there was an actual complaint of maybe Dolores too loud or too many chickens, I guess was the things I'm hearing. You call code enforcement or animal control. Those entities should have shown up at my door. What do you have? You got to shut her up. If you have too many, you got to do what you get. That's how it works. So I find it a little bit interesting how it became a CDFA issue. My belief is this, because I'm understanding they were in my neighbors' backyards and they were doing things. But if they approach people, I'll tell you how this works. If you go to somebody's house and say, hey, we need to take a look in your backyard, you need to get consent to do that. So what you do is you let them know that this is probably what they said, and I'm not going to say they said this, this is what I think they said, because this is what I would say if I was, but I can't say I'd say it because I'm not that guy, but hello, we're here, we got a neighbor there, we've got a deadly virus, it's deadly, it's influenza apparently now. We need to get your backyard because we need to see what's back there. And if he says, well, wait, I don't want you there. Sir, you could possibly be impeding my investigation, which now you're subject to a possible misdemeanor. Oh, crap. So what are you going to say? Oh, okay, all right, I'm not, because no problems, I'm not doing nothing. It's a scare tactic. But see, I understand those scare tactics because I've witnessed those before, and it's not nice to do to people, but unfortunately there's some bad apples in the seed, and I've just got stuck with all the bad apples. I'm not sure where the good one is. I haven't found that person. Well, I did find the person, and there are good people, but those people, they're all the bad apples. So I don't know which one they did to my neighbor. The one neighbor did phone my husband at work when all this was happening, and he's busy with his supervisors. So I don't know. And at this point it doesn't matter because I can't blame them. If they've harassed them, what would I expect them to do? I mean, the normal person would be afraid and be like, oh, okay, I'll let you back there. If it was a complaint, then it should have been code enforcement or animal control, not that. So I'm going to call BS on that too. Just saying. Because that's kind of how it works. But I think I'm just getting like VIP treatment. Because if they did call, why did I get that group? So it's just the way the system works. And that was, I think, a little bit of a situation that they thought I would maybe roll down them. I don't know what they thought. I have no idea because every right was just tossed. And that's not the way it's supposed to go. That's not due process. And I have an issue.
I would say we pretty much all feel like we're being bullied, even though we're following the rules.
Oh, it was bullied, harassed.
But I mean, even when they tell us don't move your birds, keep them locked up, we're doing all that, and we're still being harassed over it. Yet the other avenues where there's clearly a problem, there's not funds for it, and they're not following their own protocol. They told us that the birds would be burned. They're putting them in plastic bags in a dump. So the predators there, the birds or whatever, when they get in it, what's going to keep them from spreading it?
What about the mice
she
they mentioned?
That, right? Didn't she say she?
Liddy said that they are doing special precautions.
Are they doing that?
Yeah, but it didn't look like
Okay,
in
so
those
I'm
photos.
so sorry, but it's 8 o'clock. They're gonna kick us out, and I don't,
One more
you
thing.
guys